my dear Libras. This is a bonus reading for the second half of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. It's a thank you reading since your reading is the second most liked reading for June. So thank you all Libras and Libras loved ones that gave gratitude for my reading and dedicated themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it can as well be the person or situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading. For this reading, I used the Golden Tarot with Roberto de Angelis, and I will start shuffling your cards. So my dear Libras, when I open your deck here, I see Three of Swords together with the Magician. So it seems like someone might have caused themselves or others heartbreak by being a little bit my way or the highway. So that is the first thing I'm seeing, and it might be a little bit regret going on for that person. But another thing I'm seeing is that you have the possibility here to kind of take control over your mind. You are not your thoughts, okay? Your thoughts is just something that passes through like clouds in the sky. But this is Three of Swords. It's about thoughts. This is about communication and manifestation, about being the magician. So the first thing that a magician needs to do is to clear their mind and think only about the things they want, not about what they don't want. But of course, this might be a person that really wants this. It can be a player because the magician is a little bit of a trickster. So it's not only creating beautiful things to the world. Sometimes he has a little bit hard time holding himself on the thin line between good and evil. So it can be that you have encountered a player kind of person that have broken your heart. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Magician in reversed. So it seems like the magic for this, if there was a player involved in this game, kind of backfired. And left them probably with a broken heart. So if you have been played by someone in some way, I think they actually hurt as much as you in this situation, and they are also kind of not content with what they have been able to manifest. It didn't fulfill their needs. So sometimes it's like that. Maybe you spotted their magic. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have the Ace of Cups together with the Magician. So this seems better. If a person is on board, if they are feeling the love, then they can create things that's good for everyone, and then thereby create a better world instead of being selfish and thinking about only their own needs. When a person's heart is awakened, they can create things that's better for you and me and for their partner and everything here. So I took an oracle card to clarify this. It's from the Lover's Oracle, and we can see a sweet couple here and a lot of buns heart. So, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So, if you have been involved with this player kind of person, it's probably because they didn't have the experience. So, they didn't know what kind of forces they played with. They thought that this was a game and that it would be lustful and fun. It was probably until someone fell in love. And in this case, it seems like it's the Magician that has opened their heart, fallen in love. It might also be that they have started to feel more of the unconditional love that you can feel for animals, children, instead of the, yeah, I love you if you love me back kind of thing. Oh, started to rain. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse together with the Magician. So both these are in the reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune is 10, 1 plus 0, 1. So these cards are connected. The Magician is rolling the dice, doing his magic, and it goes into this. The dice is rolling, and it will end in and give an outcome. And in this situation, it seems like we don't have the best outcome, but it's actually a good thing, because it shows the person's magic is backfiring, like blowing up in their face, and they're learning a valuable skill. It's like when you went to school and you skipped school and you had to maybe stay over like after school and do your homework that you missed when you skipped school, when you played hooky. So this person is going to have to go back and do the things that they missed when they were out playing hooky and thinking that life and love was just games and fun, and didn't realize that it had a real effect on people. It's like making a karma for yourself, and then have to learn from this, maybe by the karma coming back and biting this person in the ass. Okay. So 6 elements: Earth, 5 of Wands. So it has been a battle of will here. Earth, Wind, Fire, Water, Spirit, and Ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I'll just tune in to you and the energy of second half of July for you Libras. Okay. Okay, so this won't be the ordinary reading I do. This will be a love reading where the lovers are mirroring each other. So it doesn't have to be, it can be the person, it's usually the person you think of the most or are most drawn to, but it might, and in this case then, it might be like your romantic love, or it might be your friendship, or it might be a difficult co-worker at your job, it might be a family member. So you will probably recognize the person, hopefully, so you can determine in which situation or relationship the divine wants to guide you and help you a little bit extra. Okay, so this will be your behavior or attitude towards this other person, the outcome, and their behavior or attitude towards you. So it's going to be there, and this is your feelings for them, the common energies between you two, and their feelings for you. And it's there. And this is what you are thinking about them, the situation itself, and what they are thinking about you. And we have a 7 of Swords in the reverse. And this is classical for a thief or a player or someone that wanted, didn't have the best intention, and where the magic has actually blown up in their own face, and they had to learn something from this situation. So it's not about good and bad really, or a person being evil. It's just a person trying to make their way through life in the best way they know how to. And in this case, they thought that if they were to be a little bit selfish and fix things that were good for them, life would be good for them. But unfortunately, there's laws here and in the universe that prevents people from acting this selfish. And the world, the earth, is becoming more and more an instant karma place. So it seems like whatever this person tried, it didn't really pan out. Okay. So Libra is going to be on this side, and the person you are dealing with is going to be on that side, but in some cases it will be in the reversed. Okay. And here we have underneath the pile of common energies and feelings, we have the 2 of Swords. So it seems like there's some kind of distance between you and this person, or you might be acting very polite towards each other and not discussing what has went down recently or maybe for a very long time, like a long time ago. Okay, so it's a level of diplomacy, but it's also a level of silent treatment and maybe even withholding certain things for the sake of harmony, at least some kind of harmony on the surface, where we are not really dealing with the situation at hand, even if there's a lot of feelings here because we have a lake or the ocean and moon, but we're trying to solve this inside of us instead of solving it on the outside. So the person has a blindfold. It's often seen as the person is closing themselves off to their emotions, but I think the emotions are kind of there anyways. It's just that they don't express it on the outside. Okay, acting cool. So this is your behavior or attitude and outcome, and their behavior and attitude, and we can see that it's like worrying siblings, but where we don't agree with each other, but we kind of agree to disagree, since we had the Two of Swords there. So we probably are not engaging in any relationship with this person because we know as soon as we engage with them there will be trouble. Okay, so trouble, that's probably a song for you. Trouble, it sounds like a song to me. Trouble. Yes, okay, so put it in the description box as I always do. So this first card is what are you thinking about them, and we have an Eight of Swords. So there's a lot of thoughts going on here, but you aren't able to find any solution. So it's like the thoughts just goes round and round, and you are stuck with certain things that have been said or done that kind of have put the situation, given it less and less room to maneuver, we can say. For example, you might have told, the other person might have told you, I never want to see you again. So then it's not much you can do to solve the situation. You can't talk to them. You can't go and visit them, because they have said they they don't ever want to see you again. So it's some kind of thing that has happened or been said that has put a limit to this situation and to what you can do. So your thought spins round and round and round, trying to find a solution. This card is usually advising us to try to stop thinking so much about this problem and start thinking more about how we want things to be, so we can be a better magician instead of creating what we always have created, kind of tracing back our steps. We can start to create something that we actually want. So even if you have had a fallout with this person or not talking to them, if you're still thinking of them obsessively, they must mean something to you. So try to pick up your gratitude that you feel towards them and the time you might have spent together, and think more about this instead of the horrific things that might have went down. So you will create more of the good things in your next relationship or in your other relationship than having to think about this over and over again, the bad things that happen, and thereby creating this momentum, this wheel, and the bad thing needs to come to you again. You need to experience again and again and again and again. So it's better if you can put the bad things to rest and focus more about what was good with this relationship, and stay in gratefulness and thankfulness for those good things, and then less of these troublesome things will come to you in the future, and more of the good things. So sort out the pearls from this situation, and try to forget, or at least, you know, you can remember when you need to remember, oh, I've been in this situation before, but you don't have to go and have it in your mind over and over and over again. Eight of Swords, there's also another solution. You could reach out, you could, you know, roll the dice, do something. Even if they had said no, or you had promised something, you don't have to, you know, stay in the prison here if you don't want to. So this is the situation, and we have death here. So it definitely seems like a situation that have ended in some way. I don't want to say that it ended gruesomely, but it did end anyways. But we have the sun is coming up here for a new dawn, and usually after death comes the Ace of Pentacles, so that means a new beginning. So sometimes we need to sacrifice things that didn't work to leave space for things that do work. But then it's very important that we don't think about this, what happened obsessively, because then we will not have our new dawn. We will just have the same day repeating again and again, like Groundhog Day. So you don't want that. Okay. Love that ended, or friendship that ended. And this is on the level of what they are thinking. And with the Four of Wands in the reversed, Four of Wands in the reverse, it's like a private celebration, or, you know, having fun on your own, trying to, you know, make life as happy as we can with the little means we have. So, and it's also about, like, this is being in a relationship that is healthy and with beautiful bonds, and this is kind of not being in that relationship. So I think what they are thinking about you is just that, no, you are not together anymore. You have the 13 here, 1 plus 3, 4. So these cards are connected. They are thinking, okay, the relationship ended, but you can't seem to stop thinking about this situation. So I feel a little bit more harmony with the person that you're dealing with at this situation, but we will see more, okay? So this is your feelings towards this person. And we have a Knight of Wands, so that's wow. It's Sagittarius energy, so it's like a pointing arrow. It's a person being up and galloping and wants to go to somewhere which they have a passion for or a longing for. So it seems like you have a passion for this person and a longing for this person, and you want to kind of ride over there and connect with this situation again, it seems. But the Knight of Wands is not super consistent. He's very happy, he's very positive, he sees things in very bright colors. He has great ideas about how to solve different problems in the very most easy way. But if it doesn't work, he's as eager to continue galloping. So it might be that you have some idea, maybe something popped out here in when you were thinking, and you got some kind of eureka. Okay, I don't want to be stuck here. Maybe you want closure, for example. So you're going to gallop and check if you can get closure. But the Knight of Wands doesn't put his whole heart on a sleeve like this. He's more like, well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'll find another solution. So it's a very positive energy. And this is the common energy between you and this other person. And we have a Five of Pentacles. So it seems like both people kind of feel left out in the cold after this situation here ended. So it has been kind of a war here. People are dead. It's famine, and it's winter. It's cold. There's no warmth. We can't seek to each other for warmth anymore. Those days are over since this situation has ended. So both people probably feel like, yeah, there was a good thing there, but it's not there anymore. And I feel like we are not even friends. We are not even anything. It's we had something and now it's not there anymore. So both people probably feel left out in the cold. And, well, it was nicer when it worked and not so nice when it doesn't work, but it's what it is. And this is their feelings towards you. And we have the Star card in the reversed. So the Star card is a very strong card. It shows, I would bet with these cards together here, that the person still loves you and still feels very connected towards you. It might be that they see you as their soulmate or twin flame. 1111 here. 17, the Star, it's connected to Aquarius, that's connected to 1 plus 7 is 8, so it's the Strength card. I think they're trying to be strong and live as happy as they can without you. And with the Star card in the reverse, they are kind of given up, okay? They are not particularly enthusiastic. It's more like they are looking into themselves and aiming their their love, or what I can say, to themselves, and might be working on their spiritual growth here. You might be dealing with a fire sign, since we have Sagittarius here, or another air sign as well. This is what I've seen so far. So on their emotional level, I would say that they probably have love and gratitude for you and for the things that you have shared together, but it's like a loving memory, and they don't have much hope of this ever working out. I don't know exactly what happened here, but it might be that things were said and done that kind of put a real end to the situation. And in this case, of course, it's not pointing to any particular person that might have done this. Okay, it's a little bit more with Libra, maybe with all these swords here, that it seems like you feel a little bit guilty about something. Maybe you didn't apply yourself 100% in this relationship, and now you want to see if there's more to be done. But with these kind of cards, probably you felt in some way controlled, or you felt like they were trying to push you, or trying to be the authority over you, and decide what you should do and what you shouldn't do. It's the energy I'm getting from this. So probably you revolted a little bit in this situation if someone was trying to top ride you in some way. Okay, so this is your behavior or attitude towards them. We have a 9 of Wands. It's still Sagittarius, but it's a little bit less optimistic than this Knight of Wands. So if you will reach out to them, you will probably reach out to them in some kind of cool way. Maybe if they were the player before, and you maybe you will use this kind of approach on them. Just checking in how they are, and then maybe disappearing again. So acting very cool, acting very casual, acting like you don't care. We have seen that you do care, and you are thinking a lot about this situation kind of over and over again. But you feel you don't want to be hurt. We saw the 3 of Swords in the beginning, so you don't want to be hurt. So there's a lot of boundaries being put up here, and you also have this wand protecting your heart chakra. So if you would reach out, you would probably destroy everything with a little bit too cool attitude. It's important, if we want to heal a situation, to be a little bit more vulnerable and open-hearted. They can't do anything to hurt you. The only one that can hurt you is you. And what you need to do if you get hurt is to heal those emotions by staying with them. Sorry for the rain. I hope you can hear anything at all. Okay. So I think I will save this card for later, and we take their behavior or attitude towards you. And we have a Page of Coins in the reverse. So a Page of Coins is usually a very loyal person that it seems like they didn't want to give up on you. All these cards shows a person that has it's like a loyalty and a longevity with these kind of cards. It's a person that wants to put effort into things, and they always want to improve themselves. They always want to be loyal and try their hardest to fix and solve this. Not being as a leader really, but more as a person wanting to be a co-member, or a person that wants to be a co-worker to do their part. Okay, so they have rather nice attitude towards you. Actually, it's just that they have given up their hope, and they have kind of dropped the ball on you here, and they don't want to. They are not going to take any forward action or try anything. They are just working on themselves, I think, and working on their own feeling of inner peace and so on, so forth. So 5 of Wands. And here we have, and this is the end result or the outcome, and it's the Strength card in the reversed. So the Strength card in the reversed is when we are not acting really adult about this situation, and we don't do courageous thing to solve it, and it's kind of a little bit like this, like the Nine of Wands. We don't want to be courageous, we don't want to be the first one reaching out, or we don't want to be the one that puts our heart on our sleeve. So I don't see a good outcome for this situation. What's a little bit like showing a continuation is this 17 star card. You remember I said 1 + 7 is 8, the strength card, and both are in the reverse. So it shows it's like you have a very, very strong connection with this person for some reason, and it's hard to get rid of. What I can advise you is, if you want to reach out, try to do so with a little bit more warmth at least. Okay, so and that might spark, because if this person was this player before, it seems like now they have a very good attitude. It's just that they have given up. Maybe they have realized that what they did was too horrific to ever come back, so they just live with the memory here and kind of try to heal themselves and continue with their lives. So if you would reach out with warmth, a little bit more warmth and a little bit more grown up attitude, and kind of, you know, taming your ego and not trying to be like, I don't care, or it's nothing to me anyways, but actually, oh, I care and this means something to me. If you can have that attitude instead of the selfish attitude, I think you could maybe spike their hopes again. Okay, so I think I realize that this is hard if they were the stupid person, but it seems like even in that case they have changed. Okay, so this is also a card for you for the outcome. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So we can't, if a person doesn't like us, we can't force them to like us. Have you ever been able to like something you didn't like? So I think accept what is. It seems like this person here has accepted. So in many cases this might be Libra, and you have accepted what was going on. But in this case, the other person hasn't really accepted it and want probably to come out for a second round, but they are going to do so in a way that might not lead to any harmony, but actually just more battles, because the person doesn't come in a humble and in a way that, oh, I want to connect with you. It's more coming like, I want to win over you. I want to be cooler than you. I want to show that I care less than you do. I want to show that I cried less than you do. So that doesn't make a connection. It makes like worrying siblings. Okay. So my dear Libras, I hope this helped, and I want you to take really good care. I will start with my general readings somewhere in the mid I think it's the 15th of July. I will start to do the general readings for August, so you're welcome back then, and I will probably sprinkle out a little bit more bonus readings for some of the signs that is on top for August, so that liked most or watched most. It can be sometimes a video can be very liked, but it was not promoted as much on YouTube. It didn't come up like a random choice, so therefore those readings weren't as watched, and therefore not as many could like it. So it's not that just because it's a video coming up with most likes, it's actually most liked. It can be a situation, a reading that's lesser liked but actually was more liked, but it was not so many people were able to watch it. So I hope you were able to keep on track with that explanation. But anyways, I will sprinkle out more readings in the order of most liked. So we'll see. I won't have time to do them all, but some here and there when I'm feeling a little bit bored. Okay, so take really good care and talk soon. Okay, bye bye.